Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Minibar's new mixology class. My name's David. I'll be hosting you this evening. I want to show you a few things about the art of making cocktails, and hopefully we can learn some things and have fun in the process. So come on down with me, we'll make some drinks. We're gonna start with the first one. We kind of want to go with the fall spirit and the fall theme of the time of the year. Even though living in Miami, we don't really have a fall season, so we try to incorporate them into our cocktails. The first one we're gonna make is the pumpkin spice old fashioned. So it's a mix of our house-made infusion. So it's cinnamon, cardamom, and allspice. We're gonna add some orange bitters, some Angostura bitters, and some Hudson Manhattan Rye Whiskey to go along with it. And then we're gonna float that with a little bit of pumpkin cream. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. We're gonna start with Angostura Bitters. It's a very bitter orange flavor. We use this to balance out all the sugars and everything that we put into the cocktail. 2 dashes of the orange bitters, which is a little sweeter, a little more orangey. You wanna have layers of the cocktail so you have different flavors, different parts of the tongue that are hit with the concept of the drink. So we're gonna go ahead and add some of this infusion that we made. We're gonna do about 1/4 ounce of that. Then we're gonna switch to the Hudson Whiskey. We're gonna do 2 ounces of that. I kinda like to chill the glass as well before you pour it out, just because you kinda wanna like make every layer as cold as possible without diluting the drink. Just gonna give it a few revolutions. You don't wanna stir it too much, you don't wanna dilute it, but you wanna stir it enough to the point where it's cold. Let it rise to the top. And then we're gonna add just a little float of this homemade pumpkin cream that we made. Then we're gonna go ahead and zest it with a nice orange. And then we're gonna add a cinnamon stick as well. So we kind of get that different layer. And that's the pumpkin spice old fashioned. You know, the bar is the one place in life that everybody comes to do the same thing. They come to be the same. They just want to hang out, have a good time, have a drink, and escape the troubles of the world, you know? Whether they have $1 million or whether they have negative $1 million. Everybody's on the same mission. So I think the people aspect is kind of my favorite part of being a mixologist. So we're gonna make an espresso martini a little bit differently than you usually would make it. We're gonna go ahead and go with bourbon. We're gonna do some Miami Club espresso liqueur to represent Dade County. We're gonna use a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, and some fresh brewed espresso. So we're gonna go ahead and start. Like I said before, whenever you're making a cocktail, you wanna chill everything as much as you can. So we're gonna go ahead and start by throwing a couple of cubes of ice in there so we can chill the coupe glass. We're gonna go ahead and add 2 ounces of the Hudson. We're gonna use this Miami Club coffee liqueur. It's just a personal taste. I like it a little more than Kahlua. This tastes a little bit more like your colada or like espresso that you would get in a little Miami bodeguita, so I kind of like it a little better. I like to add a little bit of salt. The main reason I like to use salt is salt kind of dries everything out and brings the flavors forward to whatever you're making. We're gonna go ahead and add 3/4 of the simple syrup that we make, which is just a 50-50 split of water and sugar. So we're using a little fresh brewed colada. Colada, for people that don't know from Miami, it's basically Italian espresso with a whole lot of sugar. I actually, when I use cocktails, when I mix it in cocktails, I don't like to use the sugar because we're gonna add the sugar element. So basically we're using fresh brewed espresso. We're gonna add 1 ounce of this. Now with drinks like this, the shaker tin is gonna frost up. Perfect. Just gonna go ahead and pour this in here. Since we gave it a good shake, we get that nice frothiness on top. And usually the frothiness is at the end of the tin, so it'll come out. So don't worry about it if you make it and you don't get a nice little head in the beginning. And then, as the Italians would say, we're gonna add 3 espresso beans for good luck. And this is the cortadito. Enjoy.